So I think that Cloud9 is one of the best Valorant teams by far, and you might be thinking, like, King, they didn't even qualify. How is that even possible? I guess I should turn this light on, huh? King, how are you going to make the claim that Cloud9 is the best Valorant team when they didn't even qualify for the tournament? If we're speaking in terms of the best team competitively, yeah, they probably fall short sometimes. They've had their moments. They've definitely had those tournaments where they do incredibly well. One of my biggest complaints about Cloud9 in the past has been that they're very inconsistent. They'll either perform incredibly well and roll the competition, or they'll lose to like the weirdest team. They frequently throw rounds that they should probably win, and it seems like it comes down to a lack of communication or potentially a lack of coaching, because I believe they did just change their coach recently, so hopefully that helps them out in future tournaments or future qualifiers. But if I'm gonna say that Cloud9 is not the best team competitively, then what are they the best at? Well, you've probably seen it before. You probably already know what I'm talking about if you go on YouTube at all. What I'm talking about is their YouTube channel right here. I think this is one of the coolest things and one of the best examples of just content from any esports team in any competitive scene anyway. That was a lot of any's. I should probably tone that down. No, if you go to their YouTube channel, it actually only has 71,000 subscribers, but it's a lot of really awesome content where they'll basically just take players from the Cloud9 blue team, or even Cloud9 white they've done in the past, and they'll basically just run a video of these players. They'll be talking, they'll be interacting with each other. You get to see the comms when they're in their professional games sometimes you get to see little challenges that they'll do together as a team, which is exactly the type of content that you would expect from a YouTuber. The thing is, it's one thing for a team to sign 5 players to play competitively. It's another thing for the team to sign those same 5 players and make a brand out of these players, make a personality, develop some sort of feelings towards the team, right? Yo, really quick, if you enjoy stuff like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Really does help me out. And, sometimes you watch my videos and they recommend you don't even realize that you're not subbed. So just go check, and then, yeah, other than that, enjoy the video. I can only relate so much to watching Dignitas play, but if I'm able to relate to the players as well, it's going to incline more fans to cheer for the team in this game, and not only this game, but like other games too. I first kind of stumbled across this channel and actually realized exactly what they were doing a few months ago, where I believe they did an aim training challenge between the players. It was this one. Which pro will win in this aim challenge? It's a Sage course challenge, where basically what they did is they had a ton of Sages around the map in a custom map on Ascent. And basically the players had to break through the initial Sage wall and come in and kill all of the Sages in the fastest possible time, and then I think defuse or plant the bomb. I think TenZ is the main player on this team that people really feel some sort of attachment to. He's a very large streamer. He's a very nice dude. He's got that sort of e-boy mentality that a lot of people really like to view in the streamers, people like Sykkuno and TenZ. But honestly, after watching these, all of the players are super relatable and likable. It's actually a really awesome channel, and I don't know why more teams aren't doing this. I haven't seen any other teams. I think TSM has tried it a little bit. I've seen a little bit from Dignitas, but not even close. Gen G's just not even trying. I don't know about Envy and Immortals and stuff. Maybe FaZe is doing it. FaZe, I guess, would be one of the teams that you would expect to do it anyway. But I think it's so cool. I mean, like, you got these players anyway. They get to create the content. They get to build their brand with it. I'm sure this is helping the players out specifically themselves too. Cloud9 is the best team in Valorant at doing this. I don't think you need to be the #1 performing team to potentially be the best team for Valorant. I think what a lot of people don't realize is that it's not always the team that wins the most that potentially makes the most money in esports. I know, for example, 100 Thieves is one of the most profitable esports orgs, and it's not necessarily because they win the most, it's just because the way that they brand their channel, or rather the way that they brand their organization, is just top notch. And realistically speaking, it probably doesn't make that much sense for an esports org to rely specifically on winning, because that's not always going to be an option. If you think about it, every other team in the scene is trying to do that exact same thing. So if you can find other ways to make income or build a name for the team, then it seems like this is probably one of the best ways to do it. I think another really awesome leverage of having a competitive team like this too is that your guides hold so much more value to them because they come from actual professional players. Like, when I do a guide, I think that is still good stuff, but I'm not a pro player. I'm giving you advice for like solo queue to help you climb out of like the lower ranks generally. But when you watch a guide like this, you're hearing from the best of the best who are telling you specifically on how I do something or how they do something and why they do it. There's a lot more minute things that you're probably going to get out of a player like TenZ than you're going to get from a player like me. Please don't stop watching my guides. They're really helpful still. I appreciate you, okay? But yeah, realistically, I'm not TenZ, and I don't expect people to compare my guides to what TenZ says, right? If TenZ disagrees with me, I'm probably going to go with whatever TenZ says. Not to say that a higher ranked player can't ever be wrong compared to a lower ranked player, but you guys would get what I'm saying. Let's go look at TSM's channel. What does TSM do? I feel like I've seen TSM do some stuff, but okay, this is going to be mostly league related, I'm pretty sure. TSM Valorant? No, they still uploaded on the same channel. I think this is another thing that Cloud9 did really well, is that they separated the two channels. So like, if I watch Cloud9 Counter-Strike, I'm not going to get Cloud9 Valorant on the same page. That's the problem that I noticed with Dignitas right here, right? They have Dignitas CSGO videos, but then they also have like Valorant comms on the same channel. And I feel like it results in some sort of confusion from their viewers, right? This is a Dignitas Valorant voice comms #1, which, by the way, terrible title. And then right next to it is Freiburg breaks down his top 3 plays in CSGO, which is good content. Don't get me wrong, Freiburg breaking it down. I would love to watch that. In fact, I might click on this video later. But notice the view differential between these two. It's 19K versus 2K. And this is a 73,000 subscriber channel. Like, you figure that some more people would probably want to watch this. But realistically speaking, it seems like they're not as interested in Valorant content. I think separating the two channels right here would do really well for Dignitas. But yeah, going back to TSM, it seems like they just kind of throw everything onto the same channel, which I guess if you're a hardcore TSM fan, like, that kind of works for you. But you do notice that the views are all over the place on a lot of these videos, right? You have, like, I guess that's a bad comparison, but let's, like, go Hooney joins TSM, and you're like, okay, that was like 200K. And then you go to, like, something like this, where it's, are your keybinds right? Learn how to use the best, like, it's very different. It's not the type of content that you expect. When you're attached to the creators on it, or, like, the people on the team, I think it's a lot easier to market it. But still, though, like, I don't know. I'm a Dignitas fan for Valorant, and I couldn't tell you who plays for Dignitas for League right now. I just don't watch competitive League. I think separating the two is probably a really good idea, but I'm not an expert. I don't know. Maybe they get more views here. I think going back to that Sage course thing, something else that I just wanted to say is, as far as content creation for Valorant, I feel like it's pretty stale right now. I don't feel like there's a lot of people doing very many interesting things. So this Sage course was actually something that I saw that I was like, hey, this is unique. This is actually pretty engaging to watch. I know I'm making the argument that Cloud9 does YouTube better than any other team right now, but realistically speaking, Cloud9's doing YouTube better than most Valorant creators. These are really good videos. I'm giving them a shout out if you guys wanted to go check them out, or if you've already seen them. I'm pretty sure most of you have probably seen them. Their channel's a lot larger than mine. Obviously, it's Cloud9. I just really want to see other teams start doing this. I don't know if anybody's watching this and they work with any of the other teams and they think this is a good idea, or the other teams have been considering it, but I don't know. I just highly suggest it. From the opinion of a nobody like me, I think more teams would do this. I think it would be incredibly beneficial to them. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Also, feel free to check us out on Twitch, where we stream pretty frequently. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.